Robert Pope launched an equine therapy program called Giant Steps in Northern California in 1998. It's one of hundreds of places in the U.S. where horses help young and old alike deal with severe disabilities. The goal for the riders is to achieve both physical and psychological improvement.
Imagine being someone whose mobility is impaired and suddenly be able to get up on a great big animal, sit up tall, and move around. It's a tremendous accomplishment.
Therapists say the motion of a horse walking begins to train the rider's muscles along with improving balance, flexibility, head control, and hand-eye coordination. Robert and his partner Lee Justice say the perfect therapy horse is gentle, forgiving, intelligent, and above all tolerant, bomb-proof, as the trainers say.
The horses are very definitely aware that there is someone special on their backs. I remember a 13-year-old autistic child was in the middle of his lesson, and suddenly, without any warning at all, he began to scream and wave his hands and kick the sides of the horse. Well, a horse is a fright and flight animal. That's how they survive in the wilderness, and that's a very strong instinct in them. Instead of jumping or doing anything, the horse just planted his 2 feet in the sand, and he turned around and looked at the instructor like, "Okay, I got this covered, you take care of him." And everyone that saw that was just dumbfounded. We didn't train him to do that. We wouldn't know how to do that. It was just an instinctive thing that he had.
And Pope says moments like that, while dramatic, are not unusual.
We see almost a spiritual, we call it the magic. The horses absolutely know that it's time to be extra careful, and they're very alert and very calm while the riders are on them. It's a connection between the riders and the horses.
There you go.
In Florida, neuropsychologist David Nathanson found similar magic in his work at the Dolphin Human Therapy Facility in Key Largo.
There are 3 categories of stimuli that we know from both research and clinical experience that the kids really respond to very well: music, animals, water. And here we've got 2 of the 3, dolphins and the water. What inspired me was to try and use the dolphins in nice warm water in a therapeutic program utilizing behavior modification techniques to increase attention.
Nathanson worked with bottlenose dolphins to help young people dealing with afflictions like autism, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, and brain damage. He and his staff became world-renowned experts in working with dolphins. But he said the dolphins still surprised them with what they brought to the process of working with the humans who came to the water here.
The dolphins are able to sustain their own attention, to make up games on their own, to do things which hold their own attention, and to have flexibility and learn quickly. And at least from my perspective, to display an affective component, a feeling component for the children.
He says the dolphins' connection with the children and adults in the water was something no human could teach them.
And I think what's happening is that the dolphins have large brains, and their large brains allow them to react to stimuli, not just in a stimulus response mode, but in both a cognitive and affective mode in much the same way people would. They respond in a logical way can describe what's going on, but there's also a feeling associated with it. And the dolphins seem to really enjoy it. They're gentler with the kids, and they're not taught to do that.
What's amazing to me, Olivia, is what seems to be the conscious participation of the dolphins and horses, and the labs in Judy's story as well, in the process of helping humans heal.
It's amazing. Robert Pope does talk about the magical connection he sees every day between the horses and riders. And David Nathanson talks about the dolphins creating games on their own and being gentle with the kids and seeming to enjoy helping them.
They both talk about the horses and dolphins doing things they're not taught to do when it comes to helping us heal.
It's a reminder that we still have a lot to learn about all the healing energy that may be available to us. Up Up next, we dive into a controversy about one of the botanical world's most popular products.